Greed, gimmicks, maybe some misunderstanding of math. Yeah, those three things, but definitely the two things definitely can be blinding. So in this week's Clay Trader Mail video, I want to kind of piggyback off a concept that I've talked about before. In fact, I've actually written a blog article on it for the website. So if you're interested in the blog article where I explain in detail the math and why this thought process is just very ignorant, very greedy. And I do understand it though, so I'm not going to really kind of pour down on this person because on the surface, it looks very kind of like, but when you factor in a lot of the gimmicks out there, then things become a lot more distorted. So let's first get to this YouTube comment, and then I will kind of, we'll cover the various bases of it. So this person says, hey, if you're happy making trades for 0.08% win, then good for you, buddy. I'm going to continue watching real trader videos of people making real money wins, same amount of time you did, and also with a single trade. You are not worth my time. No offense. Now again, to defend this person, and well, first off, I'm not offended, but yeah, even to kind of defend you, I get your thought process. 0.08%, it's like, 0.08%? Well, a couple things that may be going on. First is you don't understand math, and if you don't quite understand math, that's totally fine because the math, I'm not going to call it rocket science, but it can be a little bit deceiving. So if you want this math explained, again, read through that blog article. The link is down below. But in a nutshell, 0.08% over and over and over and over and over, and over again. It adds up, and it adds up surprisingly quickly, especially when you start to factor in compounding interest and that sort of thing. So, like I said, if you want more on kind of how the math all works, and I break it down with a real life example in the blog article below, you can go and read through that. But 0.08%, like I said, maybe to defend this person, they just don't quite understand math. But when you factor in the whole gimmicks out there, the gimmick being the marketing tactics used that a lot of, pro traders use. You've seen it on Instagram or YouTube or Twitter, the fancy cars, the exotic vacations, the lobster dishes, this, that, and the other, beautiful women all over. You get the tactics. If you don't, if you think like, oh, that's a trader's life, then hey, they got you right here, hook, line, and sinker. You have been brainwashed by the marketing late night infomercial marketing tactics that these people use. And if you're thinking of one right now, hey, trust your instincts. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And a lot of times, that's what they're leading you to believe. Hey, unless you're making fill in the blank with some big old number, then that's what a real trading is. That's how trading works. You're never going to see like, look, 0.08%. No, because that's not flashy. If you want flashy marketing, looking at a number such as 0.08% is going to seem like, well, that person's not a real trader, because real trading is you got to be able to make a one trade better pay for your Porsche payment or your Maserati payment or your Lamborghini payment. That's what a real trade is. And a lot of people are led astray, like this person. Maybe this person has been led astray. I don't know. Like I said, maybe they just don't quite understand math. But all their comments about real trader, you got to be really careful, because what a lot of people are portraying as real traders, that's just not the fact of the matter. So keep that in mind, and you got to just be careful with that. Now, the final thing could just be flat out greed, meaning 0.08%, I understand the math, but I'm still not happy with that. Well, then that's just a greed problem, and greed has already festered itself in this person, and that's going to start to show up in other areas of their trading and eventually really lead them off the rails. So if you do understand the math that I talk about and you're still thinking, I'm not happy with that, then you as a listener, you as a viewer of this, just realize that greed, it's got you hook, line, and sinker, and it's going to start to creep in other ways. Now, most people, I think when you actually look at the math and start to understand, wow, 0.08% over and over and over again, it's quite fascinating actually how fast it can add up. But in the rare case, rare circumstance that you're still understanding that math and not happy with it, not impressed, just be careful. But my guess is if you're of that mindset, you probably turned off this video a long time ago. But if you are still watching, then I guess for you, it's just a matter of you're going to have to get kicked in the teeth a few times before you realize that greed is actually going to be one of the main problems within whatever strategy you're trying to do. So just be aware of the three things, you know, maybe the lack of understanding of math, the gimmicks out there, or just flat out greed. But you know, this sort of mentality about it's got to be some sort of big trade or else it's not a real trade, just flashy can happen in trading. So don't get me wrong, but flashiness, every single trade, that's just not the reality of the matter. So run a little self-audit on yourself and see if you maybe, you know, have fallen down any of these pathways. But really the best way, if you really want to kind of understand the math and this mentality, again, read that blog article down below. If you are interested in trading alongside me and other traders, then I do offer a private trading community known as the Inner Circle. So the two images that you see on the screen, the one image, if you click on it, it will take you to the Inner Circle page and give you all the details about it. The other is going to be a behind the scenes tour that I personally give, so you can see exactly what you are going to get with the subscription. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then go ahead, check it out, and by all means, let me know if you have any questions.